The first mistake Commander Ralvek made was laughing. The second was reaching for her collar. The third was assuming that Earth was soft. The docking bay of Outpost Karsis was silent when the Terran transport opened. Steam rolled across the metal floor. Humans walked out in simple grey uniforms. No armor, no visible weapons, just calm eyes and steady steps. Ralvek of the Varkathi stood at the front of the reception line. He was tall even for his kind. His exoskeletal plates shone dark blue under the lights. His upper arms were thick as ship struts. His lower hands flexed with idle strength. Varkathi gravity was light. Their warriors trained in low resistance and fought with speed and precision. He had heard the rumors about humans. Dense bones, harsh world, high gravity. It sounded like a myth used to scare recruits. Then he saw her. She was not the tallest human in the group. She was not the widest. She walked with a relaxed stride and carried a single duffel bag over one shoulder. Her hair was pulled back. Her uniform was plain. A small Earth flag rested on her sleeve. Ralvek stepped forward. "You are the Terran representative," he said. She nodded. "Lieutenant Mara Ionescu, Earth Defense Exchange." Her voice was calm. No challenge, no fear. Ralvek smiled with a row of sharp inner teeth. "You do not look like a soldier." "I am not here to look like one," she said. Some Varkathi behind him clicked in amusement. Ralvek felt the heat of their expectation. He was a commander. He was meant to assert dominance. The exchange program had been forced by the Galactic Council after too many border skirmishes. Showing strength mattered. He leaned closer. "On Varkath, we greet warriors properly." "And how is that?" Mara asked. "We test their footing." He moved fast. His upper hand shot forward and seized the collar of her uniform. He planned to lift her clear off the deck and hold her there for a moment. Not to injure, just to prove a point. His hand closed. His muscles flexed. Nothing happened. Her boots did not leave the floor. The metal under her feet groaned. Ralvek blinked. He tightened his grip and pulled harder. Still nothing. Mara looked down at his hand, then back at his face. "You might want to reconsider." The Varkathi behind him went quiet. Ralvek roared and pulled with full strength. Pain exploded through his arm. There was a sound like cracking stone. Not from her, from him. Mara did not move. She shifted her weight slightly and twisted her shoulder. Ralvek felt his elbow bend the wrong way. He screamed. The sound echoed across the docking bay. In one smooth motion, Mara stepped in close. She placed one hand on his forearm, the other on his shoulder. She turned. Not fast, not wild, just precise. Ralvek left the ground. All 300 kilograms of armored Varkathi commander lifted as if gravity had loosened its grip. His body flipped over her hip and crashed into the deck. The impact shook the bay. Silence followed. Ralvek tried to rise. His right arm hung at an impossible angle. Cracks ran through the outer plates. Fluid seeped between the seams. Mara stepped back and adjusted her collar. "I did warn you," she said. Two Varkathi guards rushed forward. Mara raised one hand. "Do not." They froze. "If I wanted him dead, he would be dead," she said. Medical drones swarmed the fallen commander. They scanned. They beeped in alarm. Compound fractures, internal bleeding, structural collapse of feeding mandibles. Ralvek drifted in and out of consciousness as he was lifted onto a grav stretcher. The last thing he saw was the Terran lieutenant standing calmly in the center of the bay. He had tried to lift her. Instead, she had broken him. 3 cycles later, Ralvek awoke in the recovery chamber. He could not move his jaw. A tube ran from a nutrient tank into his throat. Liquid sustenance pulsed slowly into his body. His arm was encased in a regeneration frame. Half his torso was sealed in biogel. Across the room stood Mara. She wore civilian clothes now, simple, practical. She watched him with steady eyes. Ralvek tried to speak. Only a weak hiss escaped. "The medics say you will live," she said. "You are lucky." His inner eyes narrowed. "You miscalculated," she continued. "Earth gravity is 1.3 standard. Your world is 0.6. I weigh twice what you think I weigh. My bones are denser. My muscles are built for constant strain." She stepped closer to the chamber. "You tried to lift me with one arm. On my world, I deadlift twice my body weight for exercise." Ralvek felt a surge of anger. Then something else. Shame. Mara crossed her arms. "Humans are not the strongest species in the galaxy," she said. "But we are from a heavy world. We evolved under pressure. Every step we take is resistance training. Every fall is harder. Every mistake costs more." She looked at the nutrient line feeding into his throat. "You learned that the hard way." He closed his eyes. When he opened them, she was still there. "Why are you here?" he managed to rasp through damaged mandibles. "To make sure you understand," she said. He stared at her. "You thought this exchange program was a joke," she said. "You thought humans were soft diplomats sent to smile and nod. But Earth joined the Council after fighting off 3 invasion attempts alone. We did not ask for help. We adapted." Ralvek remembered the reports. Human ships accelerating beyond safe limits. Human soldiers fighting in armor twice standard mass. Human engineers reinforcing hulls with layered alloys others considered too heavy. "We are not fragile," she said. "We are patient." Days passed. Ralvek remained in the chamber. He watched as Terran engineers assisted with station upgrades. They carried equipment that made Varkathi laborers strain. They moved with quiet efficiency. No boasting, no threats. A minor hull breach occurred during a meteor storm. A human technician sealed it manually from the outside while the station rotated. No complaint, no panic. The Varkathi began to watch them differently. Ralvek healed slowly. His jaw required reconstruction. The feeding tube remained. When he was finally able to sit upright, Mara returned. He inclined his head. A gesture of respect in Varkathi culture. "I was wrong," he said carefully through reinforced mandibles. "Yes," she replied. He almost laughed, but the motion hurt. "You could have killed me," he said. "Yes, why did you not?" She considered the question. "Because you are not my enemy," she said. "Just misinformed." Ralvek absorbed that. He looked at his arm. The regeneration frame hummed softly. "You fight as if gravity is your ally," he said. "It is," she answered. He nodded slowly. "Then perhaps we should train together. Properly this time." A faint smile touched her lips. "I would like that." Weeks later, the training hall of Outpost, Karsis echoed with heavy impacts. Varkathi warriors and human soldiers sparred under adjusted gravity fields. They learned each other's limits. They respected them. Rolvek stood at the center beside Mara. He addressed his troops. "Do not mistake calm for weakness," he said. "Do not mistake size for strength. The humans come from a crushing world. They endure what would break us." He glanced at Mara. "They are our allies." Across the station, a rumor spread. A Varkathi commander had tried to lift an Earthborn girl by the collar. Now he ate through a tube. And he never underestimated Earth again. Asterisk.